Great new day to all my self-care family and friends. Welcome to another episode of the Room to Breathe podcast. I'm your host, LifeCoach614, and I am so thrilled to have each and every one of you here with us today. Whether you are tuning in for a dose of inspiration or just a moment of calm, you're in the right place. Now, before we dive into today's episode, just a quick reminder. If you're new to the show, don't forget to tap the screen, like, comment, and share. Your support helps us connect with more amazing people like you. And we would love for you to give us a follow or subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you never miss out on our latest content. And you know what? While you're at it, swing by our website at selfcareclub.org. We have some awesome affirmative apparel, motivational merch, and a bunch of free resources created and waiting just for you. It's all about empowering yourself and embracing your journey. Let's get ready to breathe, reflect, and grow together.
In the quiet moments, that's where I'll find a little room to breathe, leave it all behind. Give me room to breathe, I need some time to heal my heart, to clear my mind. Gonna love myself, yeah, I believe in the power of me. Just give me room to breathe. Every breath.
Kel said, hey birds. What up, OV? I see you. Southside in the house. Zeta, okay. Y'all saying hi and whatnot. Why y'all ain't putting no green hearts when I ask you to? Green heart. Let me see a green heart, y'all. All right, y'all. So listen. Our quote for today. I want you guys to type this in the chat. I need this quote to really, really sink in. Okay? Our quote for today is, go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Y'all be sure to add that to the chat. I need y'all to say that loud for the people in the back. Say it loud and proud, y'all. Go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. Yes, come on, Tiff. Say it loud and proud. Go where you are celebrated and not tolerated. I'm sure the people in the back caught it. Slim, add it to the chat. Go where you are celebrated and not tolerated. I am amazing. Thank you for asking, and I hope that you are also equally amazing, in spite of whatever might be going on in life. T. Chauncey, welcome in. I see you as well. Okay, so again, you guys, our quote for today is to go where you are celebrated, not tolerated. And you know, we've all experienced it, right? Those places and spaces where we feel like we're just getting by, where our presence is acknowledged but not appreciated. Anybody? Show of hands. Y'all ever been somewhere where they acknowledged you being there? You know, they greet you at the door and they're like, oh, thank you for being here today. Right? You pull up in a live stream and they're like, Shanika, Greg, Carol, right? You just pull up. So they acknowledge you, but they don't appreciate you being there, right? They don't value you being there. And so, you know, it might even be a job, right? Where our contributions are simply just overlooked. It could be a social circle, right? Where our uniqueness isn't valued. Or even certain relationships leave us feeling drained rather than fulfilled. Right? You know what I mean? Like they greet you and they're like, oh, hey, like pull back a little bit, right, Slim? Slim said you coming in a little too hot. That's aggressive, right? But seriously, you guys, it's like being a beautiful song played to an audience of people who's not listening, right? Imagine being a speaker on a platform delivering an amazing speech, or a performer who just gave the performance of their life, and no one's listening. No one's paying attention, right? It's disheartening, right? It's like when situations like this happen, it just kills a little piece of you every single time. Am I right? But now imagine being in a place where every single note that is played is heard. That every single word that you speak is valued. And every single aspect of you being you is celebrated. That's the kind of environment that we deserve to be in. When we choose to go where we're celebrated, we then find ourselves being nourished deep within our souls. It helps to lift our spirits. And these are the places where our true selves can flourish and thrive. So we ask, why is it so important? Why is it more important for me to go where I'm celebrated versus being tolerated? We're going to talk about why it's so important, right? So first and foremost, it's about recognizing our inherent worth. It is about me knowing what I am worth, placing value on myself above all others, right? And so each of us have unique gifts, talents, and qualities that make us who we are. But when we stay in environments that merely tolerate us, we're not honoring our true potential. When we stay in environments that don't celebrate us, we're dimming our light to fit in spaces that don't appreciate our brilliance. Right? And so, conversely, when we seek out and stay in environments that celebrate us, at that point we begin to acknowledge our value. We begin to allow ourselves to shine brighter than ever before. And so, I always say that my presence, me being there, me just being, period, is a gift. My presence is a gift. And if me being present is not a gift to you, then I will not be there. Like, I will not be a seat filler for you. I'm not showing up in spaces and places to keep the seat warm. I don't do things for the gram. I'm not here for attendance purposes only. If there's nothing that I'm going to receive, if there's no equal exchange coming here, if you can't value me being here empty-handed, because maybe today I don't have something to bring. Maybe today I don't have something to give. If you can't simply value my presence, I'm just not going to be present. I don't want to sit somewhere where someone tolerates me. Right? And so now you're like, all right, coach, we get it, but how do we find these places? How do we go about finding places where we can be celebrated? Well, of course, I got you. Y'all know I come with tips on a regular, and today I got five little easy tips so we can start to navigate to spaces that celebrate us instead of tolerate us. So for those of you who always feel like you don't have your people, you don't have support systems, you don't have places where you can be celebrated, right? Where you can celebrate every single win, no matter how big or small it is. These 5 steps are going to help you to figure out how to go find these places. Because they do exist. It is not an urban legend. It is not a myth. There are places that are ready, willing, and able to celebrate you as you are. No change required. Flaws and all. So, tip number 1. Evaluate your current surroundings. Thank you, Miss Gloria. Evaluate your current surroundings. I'm going to need y'all to take a look around. See what's going on. See these spaces that you keep going to. Right? I want y'all to take a close look at your current environment. Are you being celebrated or merely tolerated? If you find yourself constantly feeling undervalued, underappreciated, it might be time for a change. And yes, this level of evaluation is going to be uncomfortable. Nobody wants to acknowledge the fact that the people that we love are just simply tolerating us because we're family, or they're tolerating us because we're co-workers, or we've been friends all our life, right? No one wants to admit that. No one wants to admit that they're settling in a situation out of convenience. So again, I do understand that this level of evaluation may be uncomfortable, but it is necessary for growth. Welcome in, Jen. Bambi, Soul Food Dad, I see you. Welcome in. So again, I said, this evaluation may be uncomfortable, but it is absolutely necessary in order for you to grow. You have to spend time reflecting on the people that you're interacting with. And these are people that you interact with on a daily basis. So people at the job, right? The job that you go to every day. The activities that you're engaging in. Your friends, your family, right? Ask yourself, are these people holding me back, or are they lifting me up? Thank you for the follow. Are they holding me back, or are they motivating me? Are they enabling me, or are they empowering me? Because I don't want to be enabled. I don't want people in my life who allow me to establish patterns of bad behavior. I want people in my life who continuously push me to be better, push me to do better. Not for their benefit either, for my own benefit, right? Because you always have those people who will push you to be better because they need more from you. But I want you to be better just for the sake of you being better. I want you to enhance the level that you are on and hit the goals that you wish to achieve. Not for me, for you. Right, Empress? Welcome in, Master Dougie, DJ Fatal, I see you. So again, tip number 1 was to evaluate your current surroundings. Number 2, seek genuine connections. Seek genuine connections. Add that to the chat for me, guys. Slim says, people who want more from you and are happy when you're thriving. Exactly. So while we're on this journey, especially for anyone who is new in their healing process, it is really important for you to seek genuine connections. You've got to begin to look for people and places where you feel a genuine connection. You have to surround yourself with people who uplift you, people who support you, right? People who celebrate your wins. These are the people who see your potential and encourage you to reach for the stars. These are the people who help you to understand that you do have space. These are the people who encourage you to take up space, right? These are the people who remind you that there's no limit to what you want to do. See, some people will say, oh, the sky is the limit, because, they're still somewhat in a little box. But the people that you really want to seek out are the people that say, there's no limit to infinity and beyond, right? We need Buzz Lightyears in our life. And welcome in, right? So it's important for us to surround ourselves with people who uplift us and empower us and support us and motivate us and encourage us. It's about finding your tribe. You know, we say your vibe attracts your tribe, right? And so while you're out here searching for these genuine connections, it's also important that you are being the good that you are seeking, right? So you want to make sure that you're focusing on shifting your mindset. You're not creating toxic energy and then searching for positivity. Yeah, T. Chauncey says it's a beautiful feeling when you find a genuine connection. Absolutely. When you finally start navigating through life with your tribe, it feels so good. So good. And so, again, you know, these individuals, your soul tribe, right? These people who motivate you and have your back, these are the people whose, you know, their whole being resonates with your values, your dreams. Welcome back, Shan. Your passions, right? Genuine connections are like mirrors that reflect our best selves back to us. So the people that I have around me in my life that I have close ties with, they've got to match my energy, right? I'm not saying we have to be on the same level, because I might be here to improve you. You might be here to improve me. But I need you to match energy, right? I can't be a positive person spreading positive vibes and sit in spaces with people who are negative for no apparent reason, right? So again, you know, these genuine connections are like the mirrors that reflect our best self back to us. And so when you're around people and you imagine what it is that they're reflecting, if they are not reflecting what I wish to see, I'm gonna have to get you on out of here. I can't make you disappear. I just can make it where you're not sitting here for too long, if that makes sense. Yeah, sometimes we complement each other. Tip number 3, trust your instincts. It's another one for y'all to scream it out loud and proud. Trust your instincts. Add that to the chat. Your intuition is a powerful guide. If something does not feel right, trust yourself and walk away. If something doesn't feel right, trust yourself and walk away. I know there are several someones in this room right now who need to hear this. First Lady, welcome in. Perfect timing. So what I had said was, your intuition is a powerful guide. Thank you, First Lady. If something doesn't feel right, trust yourself enough to walk away. Sweets, welcome in. Come on now, Tiff. Tiff said, let me say aloud for the people in the back. If something ain't sitting right in your spirit, do not force the issue. You deserve to be in places that feel like home. You deserve people in your life who feel like sunshine. Thank you. Thank you, guys. You deserve places that not only feel like home, right? But you deserve to be in places where you can be your authentic self without the fear of judgment. Welcome in, Blue. It's rising, sis. You deserve to be in places where you can just be you, unapologetically. All your quirks, all your imperfections, right? You need to listen to your inner voice, because it often knows what's best for you before your conscious mind does. That inner voice, that inner GPS, that inner navigation that we have, knows what's going on before our brain can even tell us what to do next. Okay? So if a situation, if a relationship, if it just feels off, give yourself permission to move on. Right? Give yourself permission to move on. And sometimes we begin to question ourselves. We have these feelings and we're like, okay, hold on, am I tripping? So we go to others and we're like, okay, listen, this is the scenario, this is the situation. Like, am I tripping? And sometimes we get some good advice. Sometimes somebody be like, no, you overreacting, you this, you that. That is not a sign that you should still not follow yourself. And really, when I find myself in those, positions, before I spend time telling everybody everything that's going on, I'm gonna talk to the man upstairs. I'm gonna ask the universe for some questions. I'm gonna ask the universe some questions, for some clarity, for some guidance. I'm gonna just sit down and be real still for a minute so I can analyze. So that way my inner navigation can have a conversation with my brain. So before I make this right turn, let me see if I'm supposed to go left. Let me just pull over and look at the map again. Right? So again, a lot of us have a hard time trusting our intuition because we've made past decisions that were not favorable, right? So now all of a sudden we question our ability to know what's right for us. It's okay that you made a mistake before. It's okay that you fell in love with the wrong person before. It is okay that you accepted the wrong job. It is okay that you allowed, certain people in your life who previously showed up to destroy it, right? You have no control over the DOPs. They do what they're going to do. It is okay. And it is 100% okay for you to still trust you. Welcome in, Royal One Wellington. I see you. It is 100% okay for you to trust you. You're all you got. 100% of the time, you got you. Yeah, even if that means your own family. You're all you got. Everyone else is optional. So like I tell you guys, when I wake up in the morning every day, I love me. I'm proud of me. I celebrate me. I appreciate me. I value me. So as I go out there and I navigate through life, if don't nobody else love me, I love me. If nobody else appreciates me, I appreciate me. I value me. I know my worth. And that's what matters. Now, while I'm out there navigating through life, if I come across other people who love me, well, guess what? That's a bonus, right? That's just an added benefit. But I'm not going to sit and wait for the external validation. I got this. And I trust me. Because even when I didn't get it right before, guess what? Yeah, they're like it's extra slim. Guess what? Even though I didn't get it right before, hey, you know what? It built resilience. And you know what? Making mistakes, making some wrong moves in life, that's just part of the human experience. It happens. None of us are perfect. So we're not going to always get it right. But I would rather listen to my intuition and make a decision based off of what I wholeheartedly believe was or wasn't right, and it fall through, versus me to put myself in a predicament where I didn't trust myself and then I got hurt. Do you understand? Like, I would much rather not show up to an event that in my mind is not going to be beneficial to me than for me to show up and it not be beneficial to me and then I'm filled with twice the regret. So again, trust your instincts. And the only, for people who really have a hard time trusting their instincts, you've got to do some soul searching. Have an amazing day, Slim. Thank you so much for being here. Have a wonderful weekend as well, love. For those of you who have a hard time, trusting your intuition and letting your navigation guide you, you've got to spend some time with yourself. You have to spend some time loving on yourself, pouring into yourself, increasing your self-care, right? You've got to get to know you in order for you to guide you, if that makes sense. Tip number 4, create celebratory spaces. Create celebratory spaces. For those of you who are like, what is that? Listen, just make some spaces where you can celebrate. That's all it is, y'all. Sometimes we need to create the environments that we seek, right? Sometimes we have to be the light that attracts positivity. So if I want to be in spaces where I am celebrated more for my wins, right? Then I need to spend more time celebrating other people. And in turn, I'll begin to find what it is that I'm looking for. And all of a sudden, if I continue to keep showing up and celebrating other people, and I mean genuinely celebrating other people, then all of a sudden, you'll find that celebration is reflected back to you. Now, it might not be from that same exact person, because we understand that in life, it's not always apples to apples, right? Sometimes I give you an apple, you might hand me back an orange, but hey, it's still fruit, it's still nourishment, and it's still a win, right? So I wake up every day and I spread positivity and I celebrate other people because I want the universe to celebrate me and give me positivity. I want to multiply, right? So, it's important that we spend time building communities where mutual respect and admiration are the norm. Here at the Self-Care Club, any of the members will tell you, it is about peace and positivity. It's about growing through what you're going through, right? We don't sit in negative spaces for too long. Sure, is negative shit happening? Absolutely. Life be life in all of us. Right? But we still take the time to celebrate every single small win. When someone is having a hard time holding their head up, we lift it up. We fix your crown. We remind you that you're better than this. You're stronger than this. That you're smarter than this. Welcome in, Chantel. Right? We always have someone in the background letting you know that you are entirely too smart to be the only thing that's getting in your way. We push you, we motivate you, we empower you, right? So, that is how we build these communities. These are virtual communities that, expand into our everyday life. The connection that I have with you guys and, all the members in the Self-Care Club, that helps me throughout my entire life. D. Grantham, where you come from, bro? Welcome in. I didn't even see you. You was like hiding in the back, and then you just pulled up to drop amazing jewels for people. Like, who does that? You just snuck in. Scorpio Cute Queen, welcome in. D. Grantham says, learning pains is life. Keep moving forward. It might be brighter on the other side of the door. Come on now. Come on with the positivity, y'all. So again, when we think about building or creating celebratory spaces, this could mean starting a new project, joining a club that aligns with your interests, or even fostering a culture of appreciation within existing circles. So at the time of when I was on my self-care journey, I couldn't find a space where I felt comfortable. So I created the Self-Care Club. right? I created the self-care club so I would have a space to be me, to be positive, to, share my stories and be authentic in a space where people received me, right? I didn't want to be the speaker or the coach that had a million things to say, but not one single person who was there to receive, to listen. Right? I have amazing content, but if it doesn't resonate with you, what am I doing? Right? It has to be relatable. So sometimes if we can't find these spaces so that way we can join into them, then maybe that's a sign that we need to create the space. Because if I need it, somebody else might need it too. So don't be afraid to create it. If you see it and you visualize it and you feel there's a need for it, create it. And our last tip is prioritize. Prioritize what, y'all? Y'all know what I'm going to say. And I cupped them into two today instead of separating them. Prioritize self-care and boundaries. We are never not going to prioritize our self-care and our boundaries, y'all. Never, ever, ever are we not. Okay? Remember, self-care is not selfish. It is not selfish. Self-care is essential. It is a necessity. It is important for us to set boundaries that protect your energy as well as your well-being. Do not be afraid to distance yourself from the negativity and gravitate towards the positive. We got to eliminate the negative and accentuate the positive. Okay? What's the song say? Don't mess with Mr. In Between. We got to spread joy. Right? Don't make me sing the song to y'all. We got to spread joy. Right? Don't make me sing the song to y'all. My 80s babies. Y'all know this song. So again, don't be afraid to distance yourself from negativity. Find positive spaces. Remember I said gravitate towards the people who feel like sunshine. Understand that our boundaries are a form of self-respect. They are a signal to others that your time are a form of self-respect. They are a signal to others that your time, your energy, and your emotions are valuable. So like I set boundaries to let other people know that I value me, that I respect me, that I love me, that my time is precious. So I have to set boundaries so other people know my limits. So other people know what I need, what I desire, what I want. So it's important for me to make sure that I have my boundaries intact. And it's also important for me to respect the boundaries of the people around me. Right? So again, our boundaries are a form of self-respect. It is the utmost form of self-respect. Letting other people know that our time, our energy, and our emotions are precious. My feelings are valid. Right? My time, I can't get back, so I don't want to waste it. I like to spend my time with people, not waste my time on people. And so by setting and maintaining boundaries, you ensure that you are giving and receiving respect in an equal measure. All of our exchanges with people should be positive energy exchanges. I don't want to go back and forth with you. I don't want to argue. I don't want to fight. I ain't got time to disagree. Because at the end of the day, no matter what you say, hey, I believe your feelings are valid. Even in this moment, if they are not valid to me. I understand that you may be right, but I am not wrong, because my feelings are equally valid. And the way that I perceive things is how I perceive them. So I don't go back and forth with people. I don't argue with people. You know, I'm human. So I catch myself starting and I immediately be like, cool, you right. It's cool. Because I fully understand that just because you're right, it doesn't make me wrong. So I can agree to disagree about just about everything. Just don't put your hands on me, right? Just don't put your hands on me. But if we're going to talk it out, you know what I'm saying? I can agree to disagree on whatever the topic is. At some point in the conversation, I will simply say, okay, I hear what you're saying. That's how I shut them down, y'all. I hear what you're saying. I'm not going to say I agree. I'm not going to say you right. I'm not going to say I'm wrong. I just say, oh, I hear what you're saying. Because at the end of the day, we all just want to be heard, right? So I don't have to agree with you. I just hear what you're saying, and I respect your point of view. I respect your perspective, even if I think it's a load of shit. That's how you feel. That's what you believe. That's what you choose. That's what you desire. So again, just to recap, our tips on how to find places that celebrate us versus tolerate us is to evaluate your current surroundings, seek genuine connections, trust your instincts, create celebratory spaces, and prioritize your self-care and boundaries. What does it look like to be celebrated? Imagine waking up every single day excited about the possibilities ahead. You walk into a room and people's faces light up when you're there. Your ideas are listened to. Your achievements are acknowledged. Your presence is cherished. You feel a sense of belonging and purpose. Right? You guys, it's not a dream. I feel this feeling every day. When I go live and people pull up, or more importantly, let's say, when I go into other people's lives, right? When I'm scrolling the streets and I pull up in other people's live streams and I see eyes light up, when they're like, oh, Life Coach is here. I pull up and y'all listening to the new music from Room to Breathe. Or y'all talking about the merch you just got on the website. Miss Gloria gets me every time, y'all. I pull up in Miss Gloria's live to say, hey girl, hey. And Miss Gloria got my YouTube playing, right? Like, I truly feel celebrated and appreciated. I feel that feeling every day, right? Quite often, thanks to you guys. And so those are the spaces that I gravitate to. You can do it not just even in the virtual world, but those are the spaces that we should be seeking in our everyday life too. I don't want to say in our real life, because I definitely feel like my virtual family is my real life, right? But y'all know what I mean when I say, like, in real time, face-to-face interactions should equally be the same. So it's not a dream. It's a reality that you can create by intentionally seeking out and nurturing environments where you are celebrated. You want to position yourself to be celebrated. And when you do find that you're in a space that doesn't celebrate you, then you can't tolerate it. You got to let it go. You got to shake it off, right? And so, I'm constantly using myself as an example for you guys. So obviously, y'all know I got a personal story to share. A few years back, well, not even a few years back, here recently, we'll say, I was working a corporate job. I've been there for damn near a decade, right? And on paper, we'll say, I was working a corporate job. I've been there for damn near a decade, right? And on paper to work, I felt that I was always missing something, that something was off. right? It was just not good energy. And so every single day that I was going to this job, I felt more and more drained. Listen, I know some of y'all resonate with this. I do, we talk about it. While I was there, my contributions were constantly being overlooked. I felt like I was just, what they say, another cog in the machine. Right? I was just another person here, filling a quota. In that position, they were not utilizing my skills effectively. They were not appreciating me, right? I was 100% being tolerated, but not being celebrated. And so, at some point, the universe aligned, right? I'm going to say I was overlooked. I'm going to say I took a leap of faith, right? Now, I left this job because I was so undervalued that they eliminated my position. And, hey, it's fine because I didn't like this job anyway. And I was very outward about not liking it. Hey, Bella, how are you? So I was very outward about not liking it, not wanting it, right? And so, I decided to take a leap of faith. When I left this job, it was December 31st of 2023, you guys. It was just, this is still fresh, right? So I left this job, and prior to leaving, I had the option I could have applied for another position. I had 3 positions over a decade in this place, right? So I could have applied for another position. Now I was like, I don't really want to. I could have applied to go work somewhere else, and I was like, nah, I don't really want to, right? So I had a conversation with my husband, and, together we decided, let's step out on faith. Welcome in, Poetic Heart. Captain, I see you. Me and my husband talked, and he's like, hey, let's step out on faith. So when I left that job, I decided to full-time pursue my passion of life coaching. Right? I had already created the Self-Care Club, a space for people to thrive and, where I could thrive and help other people do the same, right? So why not invest my time 100% in something that I believe in so wholeheartedly? So, from December 31st to January 1st, I'm telling you guys, the difference was like night and day. Suddenly, I found myself being completely surrounded by people who valued my insights, people who called on me based upon the skills that I have, right? People who celebrated my successes and who believed in my mission. All of a sudden, my tribe multiplied. My support multiplied. So did my joy, so did my energy, so did my happiness. My will to keep getting up every day and keep going forward just multiplied. It just kept getting better and better and better, right? And they say when you focus on the good, that the good gets better. I am a living, breathing testimony that this is true. I have not worked a corporate job since December the 31st of 2023. Still, contributing to my household in the same capacity that I did then. All by walking in my purpose, right? And I'm not going to lie and say, oh, this whole process has been easy, because it's not. But it's worth it. The joy of knowing that I am being celebrated and no longer tolerated is so fulfilling, and it is so worthwhile. And because I'm walking in my purpose and doing what the universe has called me to do, listen, the universe provides, right? It aligns me up with the right people, so that way I'm constantly getting new clients, right? Because that's how I make a living now. It's constantly putting me on the right platform at the right time. And so now all of a sudden, the energy and the positivity that I receive from being in the right environment was truly life-changing, was so fulfilling. So again, I tell you guys the story just to remind you, for those of you, especially when it comes to these jobs, but not just jobs, our relationships, our friendships, right? There is joy on the other side of it. And I'm not telling y'all to quit your job or walk away from a relationship like right here, right now. Because we got to be smart about what we do. Right? We've got to be careful. We got bills to pay, y'all. Some of us who are in relationships, we got these kids to raise. We got this property to divide. I mean, sometimes it's just not easy to walk away from something, right? But we can make a plan. Sometimes it's just having the conversation to say, hey, this is uncomfortable. Before things went down with my job last year, a whole year before, like sometime mid-2022, I went to them and I explained to them that I'm not happy here, that I am undervalued. And it didn't have anything to do with the pay, right? I was making about $30 an hour almost. Like, it didn't have anything to do with the pay. I know some of you are like, well, that's good, or that was great pay. And other people are like, that's all. Listen, it worked for me, especially because I worked from home. But I'm like, it's not about the pay. It's about my peace. And I'm not feeling valued, right? So I went to them hoping to change, seeing what they can offer, asking for training, asking for support. Teach me something new. I didn't get that. So then I was just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just be here. I work from home. Let me go ahead and just make this free money. That was my mindset. Let me just go ahead and make this free money. That's it, that's all. And I'm still gonna focus my attention on the self-care club. But that's why I said the universe aligned with me, because I couldn't focus all of my attention because I was still clocking in and working for them. You know what I'm saying? 30, 37, 40 hours a week I'm devoting to something and someone else that I need to spend on me. So I had to reclaim my time. So when the opportunity presented itself for me to no longer be there, I was thrilled. Thank you very much. Have a good day, right? Because, these environments, when we sit in environments that are toxic, these type of environments have a huge impact on our mental health and our well-being. And I knew that. And the people around me knew that. And for those of you who have been a part of the community, I'm sure y'all can remember my energy level. I wasn't really streaming in December. November, things started going down. It really weighs on you. And so being in environments where you are celebrated, that is something that has a profound impact on you, right? It can help boost your mental health and your overall well-being. It definitely boosts your self-esteem. It increases your happiness. It fuels your motivation. When we are in environments where we feel valued, we're more likely to then pursue our passions. We're more likely to take risks and to achieve our goals, not their goals, our goals. And so on the contrary, staying in places where we are merely being tolerated, it leads to feelings of inadequacy, stress, burnout. It is crucial for our mental health to surround ourselves with positivity and support. So even though you may have to be in this situation for now, remind yourself that this situation is temporary. Set a plan in place to get yourself out. While you are there, take the opportunity to tap into other resources that help you fill your cup back up. Don't get too comfortable, because you know that there's a blessing for you waiting on the other side of that door. But if you just keep sitting on the couch and you never get up to go to that door, you're never going to fully walk in your purpose. You're never going to truly feel blessed and fulfilled. Have a blessed day, sis. Love you so much. Have an amazing weekend. I'm sure I'm going to see you, but still, have an amazing day on purpose, filled with purpose, Shan. Queen Cherokee, welcome in. So, again, we've got to make a plan, you guys. It's all about taking action. So, let's make the commitment today, right? Let's make a commitment today. Let's promise ourselves to seek out and or create environments where our spirits can soar. Let's choose joy, positivity, and celebration. Life is too short to be in places where we are merely tolerated. We deserve to be celebrated, appreciated, and loved for who we are right now. Not for who I'm gonna be. Don't love me for the person I'm gonna be tomorrow. I need you to love me who I am, as I am, right here, right now. Not when I strike big, right? I need you to love me as I am right now. So take small steps, right? Start small. No need to try to tackle it all at once. Start small. Identify one area of your life where you feel that you are merely being tolerated. One area. Don't try to take on the whole world. Y'all, don't go quit your job on my account, honey, because I don't have the merit money for you. Okay, I'm trying to float over here. But I want y'all to pick at least one area in your life where you feel that you are merely being tolerated. And I want you to begin taking steps to change it. It might just mean having a difficult conversation, making a bold decision, or simply shifting your mindset. Remember that you are worthy of being celebrated. And that every single time you are present in a space, you should be a gift to those who are there. And if people do not value your presence as a gift, that is your sign that you should not be present. Because you deserve more than to just be tolerated. You deserve to be celebrated. So in conclusion, I encourage you to embrace the journey of finding and creating spaces where you are celebrated. Again, it is not always easy, but it is so, so worth it. Trust in your worth, seek out genuine connections, and prioritize your well-being. When you do this, you're going to find that life will become more vibrant, more fulfilling, and more joyous. So let's make a promise to ourselves today to seek out and create environments where our spirits can soar. Where we are celebrated, not tolerated. Let's choose joy, positivity, and celebration. As we wrap up today's episode, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us today. If you enjoyed our time together, please be sure to give me a follow, subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to visit our website at selfcareclub.org. We have affirmative apparel and other motivational merch, including music, as well as a treasure trove of free resources created just for you. Whether you're looking to elevate your self-care game or you just need a little extra inspiration to get through the day, we've got you covered. I thank each and every one of you for being a part of the Self-Care Club community. I am excited to connect with you guys again. Remember, we meet weekly, Monday through Friday. At 8:30 a.m., we have a ASMR or guided meditation for 30 minutes, and then we begin our Room to Breathe session at 9 a.m. And this is all Eastern Standard Time. You guys can check the page. There will be flyers posted today to remind you. But yeah, so I hope to connect with you guys again during our next session. Until then, keep breathing, stay positive, and remember that you are always supported here at the Self-Care Club. Don't be afraid to take up space and make a little room for you to breathe. I pray that each and every one of you have an amazing day, on purpose, filled with purpose. Have a phenomenal weekend. Prioritize yourselves. And I'll see you guys soon.
I found my